Good day to our viewers and listeners. We arrived about 2 hours ago in the community of Rosal, which is the highest point or the highest settlement in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, about 1,200 feet above sea level. In the background, you can see the Lassa Freya volcano, or you probably can see the Lassa Freya volcano. Now we have left from Rosal and traveled on foot about 30 minutes in to an area called Jack Hill because we want to have an understanding and we want to see the magnitude of what this volcanic eruption has had on these communities, these areas that are considered orange zones, orange zone and red zone areas. So we want to know also about the livestock, about crop, and about what is happening here on the ground. If you look here, you can see the vegetation, the grass, full of ash. Okay, even here it's ash. But we're going here to a farm where this is the only area that we have walked where we saw someone here because most persons in Rosal has already left. We're seeing livestock here. We're seeing two cattle. Okay, and we're seeing a gentleman here. Could we come here?
Yeah, you can come. You're
Okay.
free to pass anytime.
So livestock is very important.
Yes.
And we've seen here a gentleman, and I'm gonna let him introduce himself to you.
Well, I'm Bonnie Lampkin from Rosal, 62 years old farmer. My family in the top, and I'm back to save my animal.
So your family has gone to safety,
Yeah, my
and
family gone to safety
you're back here to
because
save
of these animals.
because
I
of
can't be where my family, with my family, and my animal is on the farm dying because it would be a serious thing, a crucial thing. As a weak man, as your feet are so weak. So I'm here with my cattle. I took them all the way from Zwat to this point,
and so it is closer to
nearer to the volcano,
yeah.
which is about a couple miles away. I took them here, and these are two cattle, and you can't move them. Two cattle tie and one to bring to this area, a couple miles away. It's very hungry. I was giving it some milk from the mother, but the mother is no food to feed the mother. The grass around you can see is arches, and right now, not even the water, because the water is full of arches, and there's no food to feed the cattle.
So what about the other animals around this area where most persons have already left? What about the other animals?
Well, around my area, which I walk, I save all animals that I can save. Even the donkeys, some was fighting, the pigs, the goat and sheep in bad areas, I take care of them. Right now, I'm a caretaker of a couple of donkeys, a couple of pigs, along with my farm.
So you have other animals. Could we go over here?
Yeah,
If
you're
you could
going to go to the pig. I'm just trying about my cattle,
Okay.
and because it was getting some milk, I take it to this pig that I lose only one from 8 pigs. Come on, baby. Come on, Rose. Come on. Come on. You got to get there. You can get some milk, but not too much. You can't leave them to get to me because maybe when we come again, they might be hanged. Okay, we are going to the pig now. This is a farm which is I'm thinking about building the pen to save the cattle. This is my pig pen. I got this baby. You can see the babies now. Rough. With them on there.
Some piglets are there.
That is what I lose. One from those piglets. They are only 1 week old. Check the size of the pig. 1 week old. Structure is now finished building just before the volcano. Yes, but I was born on the same day. So this is my pig pen. I'm going to take you back to my farm where I'm keeping my pieces like my different species like that. So all I want to do, this is what we do finding same stuff. And you check if find stuff.
So,
This is
so,
pieces I built since I get back in.
but it's very difficult to get these material into this area. How are you able to do that?
I build these things. I build these things because I juggle these things from all the way. And a barrow. I build my own barrow. All these structures. It's not no man help me hold them. One man build them. Both everything. Hold them up, jug them, mix the concrete, mix the mortar, and do them for myself.
Wow. That,
Yeah.
and that, folks.
And this piece of work is piece
Look,
of
look.
new works from the volcano. Actually.
Okay.
So we're gonna save some. Maybe it's very quick, drive very fast, but we're gonna save some and do some more.
Okay.
I'm going to take you to the pits now.
Yes. Before you do that, look at this, folks. Look at this.
Yeah, that is just
So this is where the dirt is, the soil is, but
soil is. This
here
is
is the
ashes.
ash. Ash.
I finished taking up patches from here to build do those
If
pieces.
you look
So
on this, these are size. What do you have plant here?
like potatoes, spinach, chive, and you can see that the beans they're just barely getting up because I don't know if they would survive.
And listen to me. Um, these, as I said before, for most persons, what are they? Would they be are they dangerous? Because I see folks, I see the vegetation in a lot of the areas covered and just being stifled. In terms, what do you do here to prevent these from killing your?
Well, I think this piece we are going to lose them. Is only something if they happen so that some rain come that they can get washed off and happens to grow again, they may do that.
So you accept the fate that
Yes,
you're probably
I'm
gonna lose
thinking
it.
that is my fruit trees, that is my coconut trees. They were up, but they are broke down. So I'm thinking it's just the hands of the Most High and His work. You got to accept.
So folks, once again, we are here uh about 30 minutes or more on the outskirts of Rosal in an area called Jack Hill. And this is a very mountainous area. This is an area where a lot of folks do farming. A lot of the residents in Rosal has already left, and there is only a handful. There are only a handful of persons who remain. This is one man here who remained, and he said he's looking after his animals and also his crops. Okay, for a lot of persons, they have to leave without even being able to have that opportunity or if that courage or that just being there. There are a lot of persons who are not able to do that. So I want to understand directly from somebody who is here underground and experiencing this for himself. So he has his animals. We have just seen his animals. He's taking care of them. Water is a problem.
Big problem. Because if you don't get the water to give the animal now, right now, these animals only survive off of the water mostly, right? Because you can't give them no grass. If you have to give them some grass, you have to wash it still. So if you cut something, it's more sand, and you can't give them. You got to wash it first before the animal, and they're not accustomed to this kind of feeding, so they wouldn't eat in the right way still. At least everything is frightened. The animal are so frightened. It's just like Christmas Eve day. They're going dead tomorrow, right? So anything survives. Maybe might be dotish. My dog is dotish just because of the sulfur and the pieces. My dog gets to a point now he's run into the home. So everything is dotish. Me myself might get dotish too.
Okay, no, but I mean it's a serious situation
It's
here,
a
folks.
frightening thing.
It's a frightening situation here, and I just wanted to give you guys an indication of what these persons have to face. Here is a farmer. One of his problem is the water. He cannot get any water to take care of his animal, nor to water his plants. I don't know how is it possible for him to get water. Remember, there was a tank constructed in Jackhill to help out some of that situation. What about the tank here?
Well, I feel that has been closed for about 2 days now, right? And that's the baddest thing on the moon because dust and is no water to drink. So at the same time, you always carry your lips dry, your throat dry.
And you have experienced the eruption before. How is this one different? What could you tell us?
Well, I think this one is the last time it was just
1979.
yeah, it was just like something small. But I think this one is 4 times harder than the last one. Yeah, because the amount of ashes I see is very hard to watch these ashes. It's going to cause some maybe a disease or something that is going to fly in the atmosphere, and it will be a problem.
Wow. Wow. But the sad reality is he has come to the conclusion that let's look at them again. Whatever he was planting, his crops would die because of the amount of ash. Okay? And being someone as myself from Rosal, I know him before and I understand what he's going through. He's been a farmer for many years, and for the longest time, he has never, or never have you experienced anything like this before?
No,
What was worse? What was close to this? Where you,
I think something which will be a little bit about quarter the
mm,
flood.
the flood?
If another flood, this is the worst thing I ever see.
It's flood in
That took the people in Rosebank.
okay, right,
Yeah,
right,
but
right.
depend on that.
Christmas Eve.
Yeah,
Okay, so
this
is
is
there
the
anything
hardest.
else over here that you have that you're dealing with?
You can see some pieces like the ducks. If you like, no, we'll do this one first. You still got another one, or you want to do
Well,
this one?
okay,
Let me just move. 2 minutes, right?
okay. So you can go
All these partner are just like broke down. This is how we get everything now. Now we're gonna get rid of. Right. Now we're gonna get rid of one.
This is
This is a duck. These are baby ducks in the back. These are fowls. These are baby chickens. These are baby chicken and now born for a couple times. You can't leave these things allowed them to die. These are my ducks. These are ducks over there. There's a fowl. These are ducks down below. You know, we can't leave them to die. I take care of them like my children. It's very hard to leave these things to die. And when you come back, you take them out, you can chew them with. You know, these are ducks. There are ducks inside that thing. In that coop, you put what down in the coop. Yeah, there are ducks there. These are ducks in the bottom there. Ducks over there, ducks there. Baby ducks in the back. That's my farm. Okay. And these are sands and things where you see me bring from the drain and do all these pieces. So it's just so hard to have these pieces. My dad, just in the top. Yeah, so you walk up back again. You walk to this, you can get to this piece. This is one piece. You can see that. Actually, it's like, well, this is one is strongest one. Yeah, this is one is strongest one. If you notice, eh? Alibati, you know, he just. But the problem with he kick off dust. Suki, pull out. My sheep hear my voice and take my words. Pull out, Suki. This is one man. Holding up everything as one man.
wow.
Joking this.
Wow.
So I want to think about letting go dark and everything.
What is this?
This is my home I'm building here. This is the building I'm building. That I build a building just like this, and the first eruption in '79, I built a building like this. Get inside, one man. No man hold up this. I built it on of my own yogurt, holding it up, building it my own self. No one man. Building the concrete, mix the concrete on the ground, put it on the top, and do all this flow. So yeah, just like
This is a lot of work
yeah,
because
but
I mean it's not easy to bring any stuff into this area.
yeah, but this one thing, my boss, a man can do anything as long as he put his mind to it. You can do anything. It's not the help of somebody else, the help of no one. It's just like I work with people, I have my money, my family never know I was building this house. I do sidewalks, I help the people, they give me some money, I buy materials, I joke them on the barrel. My wife never knew I was building this house until someone see some blacks on the road. They wonder if it is our own. So that's how she knows I was building this house. But this is the same size house I was building the last eruption and run leave it. And this same house, this one happened, I never sleep in this house. You can see my bed, my door, all my equipment just come in and pull out. I never sleep in this house.
Um, Let me ask you if condition get worse in terms of this drought that you're seeing in terms of not getting any water, um, or to continue, what do you think will happen to your animals, your crop?
Well, I think I'm going to lose them. But still, I prefer to stop and see them dead more than to come back to leave them and be in the town, sitting in some different areas where I'm much more safer. I think the father will die for a man, and a man is supposed to be brave enough to die for his pet, because my pets are like my children. I see them come, I feed them. It's very hard when they say you shouldn't come back. I took my bike from my area and ride in the storm and get back here to save these animals. Because why I come to save them? It's hard to come back and take them out of the pen and throw them away and see, I was their master. I don't think the Father in heaven will leave us and let us suffer and death. He will save us. It's easy to save a life and to save a pet life.
Well, folks, you have heard it here from Mr. Lampkin. You have had an understanding of what the situation is on the ground. For me personally, it is sort of heartbreaking, that you have to see what is happening with his livestock, even his livelihood and that of his family. I don't have the answers. It would be interesting to know how he can get some water here to keep his animal even, for a little longer alive. But, the situation is really serious and it's just an indication of um, how much damage the La Sufrel volcanic eruption had created here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So, is there anything else you want to say before we end this here?
Well, I will say it's good to be somebody good, and it's best to do a good thing because good is not bad. So if I die, I think I got to die for something good, not a bad thing. Yes.
All right, folks, you heard it right here. You have seen it. We have to get back. We have a long distance to walk before we get back into Rosal. But for now, bye and take care.